This week, a lot has happened in the world of power tools.
We have new tool announcements from Milwaukee, Ryobi, and RIDGID.
Todd finds the best cordless sander.
Robillard tests a huge line of circular saws.
And Hayes Machinery dies. And rises again as Hayes Machinery.
Woo!
This is your Power Tool Week in Review.
Today's episode is brought to you by Ohio Power Tool, Pro Tools, Pro Service at the best prices at ohiopowertool.com. And Skill, the tools to do the job, the technology to do it better.
Welcome back, Power Tool fans. I'm Rob.
And I'm Sarah, and I'm so glad you're back.
Thank you. Yes, I did take a day or two to kick COVID in the teeth, but I'm doing great, thank you. Well enough, in fact, to find Jay's head hidden in this episode. If you can do that within the first 60 minutes of our show going live, and then email us the timestamp to first@coptool.com, you just might win our $50 gift card.
On to the tool news. This week, the incredibly entertaining and educational team from TorqueTestChannel. No.
Come on.
They can play drinking games. I need you to read a teleprompter.
Fine.
The TorqueTestChannel team is back with another entry in their first science series, this time bringing out the high-speed camera to give us a detailed look at how the various types of hammers work in impact wrenches and impact drivers. And yeah, it's fun, fascinating, and educational, but it's TTC, so it's pretty much what we've grown to expect. In this specific video, there's a lot to unpack. There are several different ways that tool designers can approach the need to drive super high torque numbers, so to show them off, they cut open several different tools and let us watch each one work as intended. There's a lot to see and plenty to learn, so we highly suggest that you take time to watch it over at TorqueTestChannel.
Todd has been busy over at ProjectFarm and continues to publish some of the most thorough and easily the best edited tool reviews on YouTube. This time he takes on cordless sanders, including examples from Cobalt, Makita, Bauer Works, Milwaukee, Craftsman, RIDGID, Black & Decker, Ryobi, Mechanical Ants, whatever the heck that is, and my personal favorite, the new barrel grip design from Bosch. As you'd expect, Todd offers several highly creative testing setups, measuring material removal, dust collection, and even Velcro strength, because, why not? It's all presented in a perfectly organized, quickly explained format, and easy to read charts with absolutely zero wasted time. Take notes, guys. He's not getting hundreds of thousands of views because he's cute.
Todd's cute.
I didn't say he wasn't. For the full review, head over to ProjectFarm.
Speaking of spectacular head-to-heads, the team at Toolbox Buzz continued their spring circular saw series, this time taking on 6.5-inch circular saws. As Rob points out, 6.5-inch or trimmed circular saws may be small, but they're very valuable tools for a large range of jobs. And the TBB team set out to find the best one on the market, including examples from Bosch, DeWALT, Makita, Metabo HPT, Milwaukee, and RIDGID. They use custom rigs and carefully organized tests to measure accuracy, performance, features, even weight and noise. And of course, you can't compare a range of tools this wide without discussing price and overall value. Once again, I was disappointed not to see a contender from Flex, but Rob addresses that very issue at the beginning of the test. To find out who comes out on top, head over to Toolbox Buzz.
You guys know how some of these high amp hour batteries are starting to make tools look silly?
Yes, I do.
Well, until now, Makita has kept their batteries to fairly reasonable sizes, but leaving those of us hungry for more amp hours out in the cold. But that ends today. That is the all-new 8 amp hour Makita XGT battery. And I know what you're thinking. We've seen some 12 amp hour batteries from Milwaukee and a ridiculous 15 amp hour battery from DeWALT. But boys, this is a 40-volt battery. That means it has the same capacity as a 16 amp hour 18-volt battery. Yeah, that's why it's so freaking big. So when our buddy Tools from Tools and Stuff got a hold of one, he did what we all would do and put it on the smallest tool he could find, an XGT Impact. And I don't want to spoil it for you, but it'll run that Impact like twice as long as a 4 amp hour. I'm a mathematician. This monster has 20 cells inside, just like the Makita's previous 5 amp hour beast, but the 5 amp hour has 18650 cells, while the new 8 amp hour has the full case of 21700s. Chef's kiss. To test it, he first spent 1 hour and 17 minutes charging it to full, and then a tight 16 minutes to empty it out using Makita's XGT blower. Now obviously the battery isn't intended for your tiny Impact, it's meant for Makita's larger XGT tools, several of which tools test them on. You can see just how big that thing is at Tools and Stuff.
Just in case you've been living under a rock and unconscious, Ryobi has been slapping an HP on the side of a select few ONE+ tools and telling us to use them on the job site. And this week, Tim Johnson got a hold of the most compelling case yet, the all-new Ryobi Miter Saw. That is the Ryobi brushless 1 Plus HP 10-inch sliding compound miter saw, and should it be on the job site? Tim thinks so, thanks to its huge capacity, making quick work of 2x12s and even cutting miters in 2x8 lumber. It boasts 4100 RPM, 47-degree miter left and right, and 0 to 45-degree bevels. But of course the biggest news is big power available on a battery platform, which Ryobi says will give us up to 550 cuts per charge, which isn't bad at all. After using it for a while and spending plenty of time truing up the fence, Tim feels like the saw is going to do well on the job site, but it's not for everyone. To find out if it's meant for you, watch the full review over at Shoptoolreviews.
Dave over at ManCaverTools decided to take apart his broken Milwaukee this week to see if he could fix it. Spoiler alert, he can't. But what he does do is gives us an entertaining look at the inside of the Milwaukee and looks good doing it thanks to his new belts and boxes, blessed be the barrel grip mug.
That was the laziest plug ever for our amazing new merch store featuring that mug, t-shirts, and more. Check it out at shop.beltsandboxes.com.
Before we go, big grats to Pro Tool Reviews who hit 100,000 subscribers this week, and VCG who hit the big 500, comma 00. Oh, well done and well deserved, guys. If you're not watching either of those channels and you love power tools, you should hit them up.
We gave away $2,000 worth of Ego tools on Saturday to one of our channel members, Mark M.
Congratulations, Mark, and that means we have another empty shelf to fill.
It's true. If you guys have a favorite tradesperson on YouTube and you'd like to see them choose the tools for our next shelf, let us know in the comments below. And of course, no matter what pro tools are added to the shelf, our friends at Spyder will be there to fill it with pro accessories as well.
Now, the shelf we gave away was picked out by our friends at Hayes Machinery, who just announced a channel name change.
You can now find them at MachineryNation right here on YouTube, where they'll continue to cover tools, outdoor power equipment, off-road rides, and much, much more. Be sure to get subscribed to MachineryNation this week. I want to thank Skill and Ohio Power Tool for sponsoring this episode. Guys, we couldn't do it without you.
Now, we're going to leave you with some footage we got from our friends from the shop class at Weston Ranch High School. Now, last month, our production crew managed to raise and donate over $3,000 worth of tools and accessories for their shop class, but we're just getting started. There are many more shop classes across the country that need our help. If you know of a class that could use some new tools, email us at shopclass@coptool.com. All right, guys, if you can, do something kind for someone else this weekend, and we'll see you next week.